¿Qué lo que mi gente? Sahirenys here, and in today's Q&A, we're going to talk about the advanced child tax credit. Now, as a mom, I know how difficult it is to keep up with what's going on. They are literally doing weekly updates to the IRS website with new portals and new Q&As and so much information that I completely understand if you are not in the loop of what's going on. So I'm actually going to make this video kind of like a 411 on what the child tax credit is, what important dates you need to add to your calendar, and why some families are actually deciding to opt out of it. But ya tú sabes, mi gente, let's get right into it. So today's question is, I'm seeing a lot of articles about the child tax credit and about opting out of it. I feel like these updates and articles are making me doubt if I should take the advance or opt out of it. Can you clarify what's going on? All right, so I'm gonna make this video kind of like a 411, like I said in the introduction, because as a parent, this is such a hot topic, especially with all of the updates that are coming out. I feel like I am seeing all of the news articles that you're talking about, especially since the IRS is like pushing out new information every single week at this point. You know, I think a lot of parents didn't even know they can opt out until recently that the form is now available on the IRS to opt out of it. Also, a new portal that just came out on the IRS's website is for people that don't normally file their taxes. So this is like all new articles that are coming out about that as well. So I think it's really important if you have a more specific situation, like you just had a newborn, you just got married or divorced, you know, to make sure that you are looking at the Q&A section of the IRS's website under IRS.gov/child tax credit 2020 to get all the latest information, because again, like I said, new information is coming out on a week-to-week basis. And that's exactly where I'm getting all of my references as well. All right, let's start with the basics. The advanced child tax credit, which I think I'm going to stumble across that during this entire Q&A. So the advanced child tax credit is actually part of the $1.6 trillion COVID relief bill. And it made some temporary changes and some long-term changes to really help families during these complicated times. The biggest temporary change as of right now for 2021, we'll see if they're able to expand it or not. The IRS is going to allow families to get advanced monthly payments on half of their child tax credit starting July 15, 2021 and ending December 15, 2021. Now, every single month on the 15th, they're planning on making these payments unless it's on a weekend, but it does end in 2021 as of right now. Now, one thing that I realized a lot of people don't know is that this is not like the stimulus checks where it's just free money. Most families do get child tax credits of $2,000 per kid up to 16 years old. But the changes that they've actually made that is going to be moving forward at this point is that families that have children that are between the ages of 0 and 5, technically newborns, they're going to be receiving $3,600, and families of children that are between the ages of 6 and 17 are going to be receiving $3,000. So this is the new changes that are kind of happening right now that people are saying, okay, this is like better because of inflation, everything that's going on. It makes a lot more sense to actually bump this number up. So let's break this down. Let's say you have a child between the ages of 0 and 5. You're actually going to get a child tax credit of $3,600, but you're only going to get an advance on half of it, $1,800. And they're going to break that up into 6 payments of $300 starting July 15th to December 15th. Now, the other $1,800, they're actually going to apply that to your taxes for 2021 as a refundable child tax credit. Now, if your kids are between the ages of 6 and 17, your child tax credit is going to be $3,000. But like I said, you're only going to get half of that in advance. So that $1,500 is actually going to be split up into 6 payments of $250, starting July 15th to December 15th, 2021. The other $1,500 is actually going to be applied as a refundable tax credit for your 2021 taxes. And if your child is 18 or between the ages of 19 and 24 and they're college students, they live with you partially throughout the year, then you actually qualify for a one-time payment of $500. Now, like I said, this is a refundable credit. So if you normally don't owe taxes, then you're actually going to receive this money as a refund when you do your taxes in 2021. But before I move on, in order to get the full child tax credit, it is based on your adjusted gross income for your 2019 or 2020 tax return, whichever one you did most recently. So again, it's based on your adjusted gross income, not your regular income. So you need to go look at your tax return to get that number. Now, the phases go as follow. If you are single, your adjusted gross income needs to be less than $75,000. If you're head of household, your AGI, which is your adjusted gross income, needs to be less than $112,500. And if you're married filing jointly, your AGI needs to be less than $150,000, with the credit being lowered by $50 per $1,000 over the initial phase out. And at that point, you get to the second phase out where pretty much you go back to the regular child tax credit of $2,000. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The average American family is going to benefit from getting the monthly advance payments of the child tax credit. What you want to do is, one, make sure you're creating a plan for what you want to do with this money. 2, create a budget. And 3, set a system, either using the hi-fi banking method or creating your own method, a modification of it, as long as you are holding yourself accountable to making sure that you are best utilizing that money on a month-to-month basis. That is the most important thing that you want to do for you and your family. Now, when it comes to the families who are choosing to opt out of the advanced child tax credit, one, they're usually high income earners who would actually benefit from not opting into this at the moment, and also families who enjoy getting their large tax refunds. I'm going to link an article when it comes to divorcees and people who have joint custody over their kids. There's a lot of new information that's coming out that I think will be very beneficial for the single parents or new divorcees that are going through very difficult times right now during this pandemic. On my blog, I'm going to be sharing all of the resources and all of the interesting articles that I read about the child tax credit. You can definitely check that out on my website, thepoisedlifestyle.com. But if you want to get the up-to-date Q&As and portal information, definitely go to the IRS's official website, IRS.gov/childcredit2020. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was very informative, but please do not forget to share this information with all of your friends and family. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on social media. Bye.